Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I guess we're doing a Q&A with me, the Great Papyrus, and...
And me, Gaster. It is nice to meet you.
Well, we already have so many questions from the Discord that we'll be answering first, but how does everything sound? I want to make sure that the voices are alright and the music's not too loud.
Of course. It would be hard to hear your amazing voice otherwise.
Oh, yes. I learned from the best.
Thank you for the praise, but I can assure you, especially not after the incident, that my voice is not the best.
You look pretty decent otherwise. You don't have any arms, though.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. I just kind of think of it like Rayman. A little bit like that.
Well, I suppose I have to turn you up a little bit. Okay. I've turned up the Gaster now.
Usually that's never a good idea.
Oh no. I think we're fine.
We should start with the questions.
Yeah. You can start with the first one, Dr. Gaster.
Shall I read it or shall you?
Let's see. For Gaster, did you work with anyone before falling into the core?
It is a bit foggy, as I remember. However, I do seem to remember a few lab partners that I had with me. I cannot remember their names.
Okay. So
one seemed to be a bit of an older version of that strange cat that works at burger pads.
Maybe a relative of his?
Perhaps it has been a while.
So the answer would be yes, you've worked with people, you're just not sure who they are.
Yes, I can say that.
Alright. What would be next? You can ask the next one.
Have you ever been to the True Lab or visit me in his lab before I had my accident?
Is that a question for me?
Yes.
Been to the True Lab? I'm not sure what that is. I've been to Dr. Alfie's lab.
Well, it's best that you do not find out.
I'm curious now.
Curiosity killed the skeleton.
But skeletons are already it. I guess you could turn me into dust, but eh.
Goodness, child, don't think so morbidly.
It's the reality of the world, I suppose. Let's see. The next question would be from Puppy Lover. Gaster, how old were Sans and Papyrus when you fell into the core?
As much as I can remember. Old enough to help me in my lab, but not old enough to entirely live on their own yet. I'd have to say Sans was around late teens or something. Papyrus, you were a bit younger.
Yeah, I think I was still small. Not quite the baby bones, but, you know.
You shall always be my baby bones.
Aww. Let's see. Next question.
Alphys asks, to either of us really, do you find an interest in anybody?
You can answer first.
Well, there are a few that have caught my eye. Now I'm getting a little embarrassed.
Oh?
Our King Asgore has always been quite nice to me, and, well, Puppet has such supple arms.
Yeah, well, the king's really interesting. I'm interested in the human. They never always surprise me.
Oh, Papyrus, I don't think that's what this person meant when they said interest. But, well, never mind. We'll have that conversation later.
Oh, sure. Let's see. Wolfie Dreamer is asking to me,
Have you ever had... Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, has Gaster had your spaghetti yet? I gave it to him. I'm not sure if he ate it. Did you?
Incredibly.
Oh, nice. I hope you enjoyed, as everyone else does.
It was quite delicious, Papyrus.
Of course. And, oh, there's a second part. To Gaster, if Papyrus has given you spaghetti, well, I guess we answered that, didn't we? It was great as always.
Quite right.
Go ahead with the next one, I suppose.
Well, if it's for me, then the other person should read it. It's awkward if I have to read all of my own questions.
Okay. For Gaster from Doom Guy, how did you get out of the void?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure that I ever made it out. How do I know that this is not just the void with a few more anemones added in? How do I know if I'm really out? Well, I suppose I never will. But it's bearable now. So to answer your question, I do not know.
Oh. Well, it doesn't seem like the void to me.
Thank you. To Papyrus, have you improved on your spaghetti cooking skills? If so, have you tried cooking other pastas like bow ties or rigatoni, even elbow noodles?
I've looked into that box of mac and cheese. It's quite interesting. Not quite spaghetti, but still, can be improved by adding spaghetti, I think. Well, also for me, we have a question for you. What were you like before you fell into your own creation, the core, and wound up in the void?
Well, I was hot and attractive. Now I've got all these scars on my face.
We are in Hotland.
And, you know, I did have arms and defined legs. Now I'm just this kind of goopy mess all over the place.
At least you have your sweater collar.
That's part of my neck now.
Oh, well, it looks nice, I guess.
Thanks.
I think we've answered that one. I'm not answering that one. Oh. No. Oh, these questions. Some of them we won't be reading because they're a little morbid. TwoAllNighters.
Is Carla with you, Sans and Frisk? And if so, how do you feel around Carla? Are you comfortable around them? Or are you on your guard around them?
Well, they are all here. That's the first part of the question. They're not in this general location, just me and Dr. Gaster. But
Dr. Gaster and I.
What?
The correct grammatical form would be Dr. Gaster and I.
Oh, I never went to school.
What? Oh, this needs to be rectified. You should be attending Toriel's Academy at once.
Oh, yay!
No child of mine will grow up uneducated.
I'll get on that as soon as possible. So Dr. Gaster and I are the only ones here. For now. Being on my guard, I'm always on my guard, of course.
He is a god, so how can he not be on guard?
True. Let's see. Well, I guess this is similar. It's from Anime Fangirl 09. Gaster, have you ever met Carla in the Void?
Well, Void is a space where something has been altered so that it never existed. Carla was just dead. It is quite an amusing explanation.
So the answer would be not in the Void. You have not met
Not
them.
in the Void, but I have met them.
Yes.
Day asks for the great master chef Papyrus. Can I have some spaghetti, please?
Of course, Day, you can have spaghetti. I make spaghetti for all my friends, and that includes you. You have a lot of questions about the Void. They're really interested in it. Day asks how the Void is, and if they can visit the Void.
Well, the Void is just that. It is, well, a void. Devoid of anything. It's terribly boring. I definitely want to bring a DS or something to entertain yourself. After a while, I figured out how to manipulate the absence of matter, like make a chair, so I could sit down once in a while. Other than that, it's pretty boring. To visit, you'd need to erase yourself from existence, and, well, considering how fun it wasn't, I would not suggest
It
going back.
doesn't sound too welcoming to me.
Not really. For Papyrus. Oh wait, never mind, I'm not going to ask that one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let's find one we can answer.
Oh, this one asks, from Discount Napsterbrook to Papyrus. Aha! I found another chef. Well, I'm more of a baker, but would you care to try my famous cinnamon pretzel someday? Or would you rather stick to a spaghetti?
I would try it. I never said I really eat the spaghetti, I make it. Although, they do say chefs should taste their own dishes before presenting them, but I think it's perfect otherwise. I've made baked spaghetti, so I'm a baker too.
baked spaghetti
Of
that
course.
you don't even eat?
I don't eat it, no. Why would I eat it? I would give it to my friends instead.
You are by far my strangest creation.
Let's see. Also from Discount Naps to Blood. Gaster, do you know Dr. Cole from Cuphead? If so, what do you think about him? If not, he's a scientist, but more crazy.
Well, to say he has succeeded in creating a functional bipedal robot is quite the achievement. However, it lacks some safety features. Though I'd say that he is admirable and quite talented, however, it does need some fine-tuning, I should say. A small mug child can defeat a giant robot.
Hmm. Sounds weird.
Quite right. The Papyrus from Caitlin Chan. Is it true you have special abilities like Sans, but your eye is orange? Were you really like that, or was it the result of an experiment?
Oh, the orange glow? I can make an orange glow, but that takes magical energy. Special abilities? I do have my fabled special attack, but it always gets stolen by that dog. I guess I could use normal attacks, most likely.
And what about your eye? Was it always like that, or was it the result of an experiment?
I mean, we could always use magical energy, it just takes practice. Don't think it was part of an experiment, but it's kind of hazy. I don't remember too much.
It's best that you don't.
Oh, yes. Oh, speaking of experiments, Caitlin Jan asks for Gaster, did you experiment on the two skeletons and that's how they got their special powers?
To make a long story short, no, they already had their abilities. However, I did test those abilities. There were many experiments that I ran. Not all were pleasant, but they had their abilities.
Oh, well, I'm glad I don't remember the bad ones or the good ones.
For both of us, what was our favorite flavor of ice cream?
I like the one with lots of colors in it. I don't remember the name. Sherbet?
You mean sherbet?
Sherbet? There's no R in it. Is there? I don't know. I should go to Torio's class, probably.
Oh, I looked this up on my mobile device and I misspelled it horribly.
Oh, Elphys gave you one of those too?
Yes, I attempted to use the internet, something like that, and to search out the spelling, and I spelled it Charvert.
Charvert? I think it's a better name anyway. What's your favorite ice cream, Gaster?
Oh, it appears that there is a difference between sorbet, which does not have an R, and sherbet, which does have an R, but both are very similar. I would say that I would have to answer the question of my favorite ice cream flavor. Well, it just depended on my mood, because, well, oh, goodness, I have just disconnected my audio input device. Allow me one moment. You can hear me, but I cannot hear you. Mint chip is always nice.
Mint
red velvet
chips.
is always good, too. Really, I am not partial against any flavor. So I'd say I'm quite accepting.
Let's see. Kawaii Punster Oni-chan? It's an interesting name. Gaster, we know Sans and Papyrus's favorite meals, but what is yours?
No asking this to me.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite meal? Or food, I suppose.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert?
I mean, if you had to choose any of those three, which would you prefer?
Well, as for desserts go, I do have quite the big sweet tooth. The owner of the inn in Noden has quite delicious cinnamon bunnies. Do not take that in the wrong context, please.
Oh. Those are quite nice.
Yes, they are quite soft and delicious.
I might use them in my next recipe. What would be next?
To Papyrus, have you ever tried cooking something other than spaghetti? If so, what was it and how did it turn out?
Well, I tried to include my staple ingredient in all my dishes, but yes, I've tried a few things and they turned out well. Everyone seems to enjoy them, even when their face scrunches up. Must be the overwhelming flavor.
Ah, yes, that must be what it is.
Gaster from Sam. Are you Sans and Papyrus's father, caretaker, or this thing that was crossed out?
Well, you should probably say the crossed out portion.
Yeah, or are you an evil scientist that just used them for projects of determination? Nah.
I'd be lying if I did not say that the answer was all three.
Oh.
These days I am a bit more of a caretaker of all those I find. To Papyrus from Yamina. What is your favorite puzzle that you've ever made? And how often do you actually use that amazing race car bed that you have?
My favorite puzzle. Well, I'd probably say the one that I tried to make in the shape of my face. If it had gone well, it would have been the greatest. But the snow froze over and got stuck a little weird. And the race car bed, I have to use it every time I sleep. So, at least once a day. Gaster Yamina also asks, what do you think is more difficult? The crossword or junior jumble, and do you like puzzles?
Personally, I prefer quantum physics and spatial reasoning myself, if I'm to be totally honest. And yes, I do enjoy a good puzzle. Preferably the proverbial puzzle of the meaning of life, all that fun stuff.
But junior jumble is the hardest, of course. As we all know.
Yes, Papyrus, junior jumble is the hardest.
That's pretty much the bottom of the Discord questions.
There's a few more on there that just got added. We can add those in before we go to the other questions.
All right, we'll be quick about it because we need to help.
To
You know.
To Papyrus from Narwhal Swimming 2. When did you meet Undyne the first time? And when did you find Sans' puns funny? Or do you just get irritated by them?
Well, I met Undine while walking through a waterfall, and I saw how well she was at Royal Guard, and it inspired me to have dreams and ambitions and goals. Um, and Sans puns are hit and miss, but mostly miss. Because they are quite irritating when they go on and on and on and on. I don't know where he learns such things.
Well, I am certain that the internet does not help. Personally, I found myself a list of long, terrible puns. We'd like to hear a few.
Not too many, but for the sake of this stream, yes, you can.
My boyfriend just broke up with me for talking about video games too much. What a stupid thing to fall out for.
I don't get it.
Ah, well, Papyrus, there's a video game called Fallout 4, as in 4, the number. And it's a play on words between Fallout 4, F-O-R, and in which a fallout is an issue or disagreement within a two-person party, whereas it is in being replaced by Fallout 4, which is the video game title, in which it refers back to the video games in the original question.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess.
And you know, a lot of my friends say you really don't like skeleton puns. I think they just need to put a little more backbone into them.
It's true.
Now then, on to the
questions from the stream, from all of you. We have a list going that our wonderful moderators have put together. Alyssa Schreiber, I'm not sure how to say that.
I think it's either Schreiber or Schreiber.
Schreiber. Gaster, what does the void look like?
It looks like nothing. There is no visual input. Dear Papyrus, from Diana Lana. I apologize in advance if either of us get any of your names wrong. Papyrus, how's Sans been?
Same as always. Likes to take his breaks. He does work hard, but I never see it.
And then Zoe Porteus asks, Papyrus, where is Sans?
Where is he? At this moment he should be around Snowdin, but he seems to know how to travel pretty quickly. So he could be anywhere right now.
Skull Crusher 293 asks the Papyrus once more, did Pappy ever join the Royal Guard yet?
Well, I'm not an official member, but I do a lot of assisting, and there's not really any need for a Royal Guard now that the humans...
I thought Asgore had promoted you to protect the royal flowers.
I suppose, if that's a Royal Guard position.
Well, but of course those flowers mean so much to Asgore. If some enemy were to trample on them, it would break his heart. You're doing something vital to the role of the king.
Yeah, I would say so. There's a lot of questions for me. I need to find one for you. There we go. Isabella Bechlin, or Bechlin, I don't. I'm not good at pronouncing things. Gaster, do you remember this? The music is reversible, but time is not. Turn back, turn back, turn back, turn back.
I can't say that I do. Though something about that does ring a bell somewhere in the annals of my mind.
I don't recognize it at all. What's next?
A papyrus.
Hmm?
Did you know that astronomer... Did you know that astronomer... I cannot say this word. Did you know that astronomers got tired of watching the moon rotate around the Earth for 24 hours? So they just called it a day.
Oh. Do they?
Oh, Papyrus, you have much to learn about literary quirks. Anyways, on to the questions. Perhaps from Rashad Kinad. Perhaps, how's you and Metaton doing?
Me and Metaton? I'm doing fine. Metaton's been busy with their things, you know, fame and TV shows, and they're quite popular. I looked up to them. Some of these questions we've answered before.
Ryoko Fireblast asks to me, what is my favorite animal? Well, I'm not entirely familiar with the animals of the human realm. However, I did read... Oh goodness, the name is escaping me at the moment. There was a very interesting fish that I read about that could breathe air and walk on land. Truly evolution in motion. So I'd say that would be the most interesting animal for me.
Huh. Let's see. Alyssa Reeve says, "What our favorite color? What is our favorite color?"
I'd have to say purple.
They're all amazing colors. A lot of people refer to me to having orange, but my outfit is blue and red and white. I like it. Red, white, and blue.
You should certainly be a fan, or certainly been. Never mind, I cannot speak.
Ooh.
Plasma 800 asks to me, what are my own... Can I grown up?
Can you grow arms, maybe?
Can you grown arms out of the goop? Well, to start off, it's in present tense, so the word would be grow arms, not grown arms. Then secondly, well, do I have arms currently? That's your answer. Leilani Silva asks your Papyrus, why are you so cool?
Why am I so cool? Well, naturally it takes lots of hard work and dedication, but I suppose natural talent would be part of it. Edgiest and Anxious Fox Train is asking, wait, Gaster, you're alive? Are you?
Am I?
Are you?
What does it mean to truly be alive?
Huh.
What is life?
Very good
Yeah, I'm pretty
question.
sure I'm alive.
You're here, I suppose. You exist.
I'm kidding. I only went to instill a little bit of existential dread. I'm sure I'm alive. Mostly. Kakashi's Watcher asked Papyrus, you are an adorable skeleton in the whole world. Why are you such a sweetheart skeleton?
Hard work and dedication again, I would say. But, you know, natural talent.
Goodness, you have no humility.
Gaster Stuckcoat is asking, how do you speak with your hands? Some signs aren't hands.
Well, there's this handy-dandy thing called Unified Sign Language, in which my hands take on different forms, or different, how should you say, looks? I just contort my hands in different ways, and those correspond to letters of the alphabet. And this such people can understand me.
Yeah, interesting.
Let's see. Undertale Lover 10 asks, Hi Gaster, hi Papyrus, how are you? Well, I should say that I'm well.
I'm good as always.
A little bit tired, I must say.
Getting tired? Well, there's not too much more time, I suppose. You can take a nap later. Let's see. What is a name? Asks. Hey, Gaster. How does it feel to be erased of existence for a couple of thousand years? Oh.
Pretty, feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Yeah, I don't think it would be positive experience.
Hey, Papyrus, what's the triangle and black bars on your battle body?
Oh, well, it's an emblem. I heard of it being a great power from beyond a different realm. Gaster from Princess Wayfair. Gaster, have you ever gotten married?
No, I have never had a mate.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anyone there.
Okay, you don't need to rub in my loneliness.
Not to say that you can't find anyone, just, you know, someone likes a goopy armless form. You'll find someone someday.
You're not waking up in the morning.
Oh, no. Okay, let's move on.
Papyrus, from Brianna Lonham again. How would you react if Frisk had a twin?
A twin? Twice the amount of humans? It'd be interesting, to say the least. What if I had a twin?
Oh, goodness. There would be no sleep for anyone in the underground.
Yes, I guess they would be able to take nights, I could take days, or vice versa.
Oh, no.
Brianna Lanham says, Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Gaster, how do we celebrate Thanksgiving, and do we spend time with people or hang around and spend time with family?
Well, although it is an entirely human thing to do,
It is a
That's
human
awesome.
custom.
well, just as we celebrate Christmas with Santa Claus, we celebrate it just as a time to commemorate the time that we share together.
Ooh,
Eating some good food and good friends to surround us.
ooh.
And
Al-
spread joy as much as we can.
Also do a Q&A, apparently.
Quite right. Under Ed exclamation mark Sans says, Papyrus, can you yell out it's Waluigi time, please?
Oh, okay. It's Waluigi time!
My,
I hope that suffices. Let's see.
it's Mickey asks to Papyrus, if someone were to stand on your shoulders, would they be on guard?
I don't appreciate this. It lands okay, but yes, they would be on guard. Let's see. Question from what is the name again? Gaster, why do you have the holes in your hands?
Well, I cut out the holes using a CNC cutter so that I would have a flat basis of modular bone monster tissue to such as to create the skeletons of Sans and Papyrus out of.
No.
It's
So,
a very synthesis-based question, of course.
so I became a hole in your hand?
No, you were created from my hand.
Oh,
You are the reason I have holes in my hands.
hmm. I mean, people seem to like it.
Illuminati, It's the word Illuminati with a space in between the two eyes at the end of the word. Papyrus, can you beat Undyne?
Beat Undyne? Huh. I haven't really beaten Undyne. She teaches me a lot, but never really defeated her.
And then Kakashi's Watcher asks, Papyrus, can I date you?
Date? A date? I mean, I would consider it. I've been on dates before, so I'm a semi-professional. Clay Barksdale asks if you can teleport, Gaster. Can you teleport?
Yes, I can. Although I do leave a little bit of a goopy mess wherever I go. Sadly.
It's like a mark to say you were there.
More like a trail.
Like a snail.
Yes, I just hope TwoAllNighters doesn't see it the same way.
Hmm. Ooh,
Plushy Child asks to Pap, do you get sugar high off of any sweet treats? And first and foremost, I would like to say that sugar content of any snacks do not inherently make you hyper. It is the rumor of such rumors that creates the social concept of being hyper when someone eats sugar. And that is why children, or grown children, act high, or get a sugar high. Only caffeine can accelerate the body's metabolism, etc. Sugar does not physically do anything.
human food doesn't really do much to me. It kind of falls through. There is some candy and sweet monster food that has very high magical energy. And also, thank you, Awesome Cat YT, for donating $1.
Yes. Thank you very much.
We've answered a few of these before. Some of them are repeats. How old are you? Says edgiest and angstiest fox train, Gaster.
Well, technically speaking, I am countably an infinite. As when you're in the void, there is no concept of space-time, there is no ability to gauge time. I've seen an infinite number of possible timelines, possible endings. And so I am literally as old as time, essentially. However, about 50 years old. Something like that.
Yeah, as old as time. True as it can be.
What? I need a name, question mark, exclamation point, space, exclamation point. Papyrus, please say joke.
Please say a joke? I suppose I will for the Q&A. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Yes.
Oh my.
I will work on my spaghetti jokes to entertain these fans. Let's see. Illuminati asks if I can use blasters. I haven't tried. Kind of high magical energy sort of deal. I suppose I could if I tried.
That would be a terrible sight. Especially if you were to load them with spaghetti.
Oh, good idea.
Oh no, what have I done? Oh no. Let's see. Do. X Lin X space X Shadow Angel LX Gaster Dupe. Goodness, that is quite the name. Gaster, do you have the same powers as Sam? Well, I should say that I have a bit more powers than him. But other than that, relatively speaking, yes. And then Victor Rosfor asks Papyrus, can I make some spaghetti for you? And if so, want to try it?
Of course, I would try it, but you would have to try mine. That's not a threat. Let's see. DJ Diamond Tiger asks, why is there lava behind you? Well, we're in Hotland. Hotland has a lot of lava.
This is where the core is, and I prefer to keep an eye on it lest it rip a hole in the space-time continuum once more.
Well, wouldn't this be magma? Because lava comes out of the surface and magma's inside the Earth, right?
Well, technically speaking, since it has not reached the outer layer of the crust, it is still magma, but to us it is lava because it has reached our surface. Well, specifically speaking, it is magma, however.
Okay.
Well, I suppose magma is more... Lava is magma that has reached the air. So, technically speaking, since our cavity in Earth is a bit bigger than normal, then it would be technically lava.
Hmm.
Essentially. You understand.
Yes. Next question.
Let's see. To Papyrus from Cross. Have you ever been interested in space, just like Sans and Gaster?
Space is an interesting place. It's really big and
Really rhyme.
dark. Is it dark? There's no light there sometimes, except the
Well,
sun.
Specifically speaking, there is light all around, however, it does not bounce off anything, thus giving the illusion that it is all dark.
Hmm.
So
Space is weird.
technically very, very bright.
I think I'll stay here on the world. Let's see. From Awesome QnA, who is younger, Papyrus or Sans? Who is younger?
Well, specifically speaking, I synthesized you at the same point, however, Sans gestated first,
No.
so he is technically older.
Okay.
Swirly Star 520 asks to Papyrus, what kind of relationship do you have with Alphys?
Alphys?
Yes.
Well, me and Alphys are friends. She gave me this really cool phone, and don't talk too much. She stays to herself. But, she does like some of my posts on the internet.
Frisk 145. Oh goodness, that mean there's 145 frisks.
Ooh.
Oh no. Gaster, do you know... San... Oh wait, no, that's a different one, sorry. Boogil asks Pappy, can you make turkey?
Turkey? I mean, I could try later today. Perhaps we can stuff it with a bit of oregano and noodles and meatballs.
No, goodness, that is such a pleasant thought in my mind.
I shall prepare the finest of turkeys. Emily Linnard as Gaster, why did you name your children after fonts?
Well, technically speaking, they are not my children, more or less my genetic clones. Well, if you take a look at my name, it is actually the name of two different fonts. Wingding and Aster, so... I thought it only fitting to carry on the tradition. McKenna Monocles Hoover asks, Papyrus, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for all of you, all my friends and family, and for you guys to be in here on this day is thanks enough. Let's see. Princess Warfare asks, Papyrus, are you stronger than Sans, or is it opposite? My brother doesn't really show how strong he is, but I would say we're pretty close. Undertale Lover 10 asks, how are skeletons made? I am so curious.
Well, depends on if you mean a biological way or the way I did it with my son. The way I did it with create my children, where I took a piece of my genetic material and then essentially grew it more. So create, more.
Oh. Okay, let's see. Awesome Cat YT asks, Paps, what's the recipe for your spaghetti? That is a secret. I cannot disclose that information, but you are free to try it and see if you can figure it out.
Oh my. What was that question again?
My recipe for spaghetti.
Ah, yes, of course. Now then. Lucky Dragon, in all caps, asks, Papyrus, why are you such a precious cinnamon roll?
Precious cinnamon roll? I am a skeleton, not a cinnamon roll. I don't think I am.
I believe they mean that as a term of endearment.
Yeah, in deer. I'm not a deer either.
Next question.
Okay. Papyrus. From Simca. Papyrus, did you ever go to school or university for great skeletons? If so, I would probably be the greatest studying there because only I can be so great. I agree with you, but I have not really experienced an education system yet. Mostly learned from, around me. Sans teach me a bit too. I should attend Torio's classes.
Quite right. Plushy Child asks to Papyrus, if the time is right, would you want to be a father?
The father? Oh.
Yes.
It'd be interesting to have someone, to teach, to be great, but, my magical energy would start to deplete and I wouldn't be around. Maybe someday, when the time is right.
I guess if your children had their children, I guess you would be a grandpappy.
I'm always grand. I'm the grandest.
But of course, my son. Darkness or Day asks to Gaster, what are your magic powers? Well, I have a few. Teleportation, I can manipulate space-time to an extent. I can do a few cool tricks with my hands, if you get my gist. Let's see if I can find a nice one.
Well, while you do that, Underdubs is asking, how do we record? If you're referring to the streams, I suppose, it's a program called OBS, and you can essentially capture a picture in audio and such, and stream it here to the YouTube.
And what have they meant about our specific recording equipment or setup?
I have a microphone, and you do as well.
I have a microphone. I have a YouTube stream time. I do not know what
QnA.
yeah, that works.
Yes. Oh, Night Ninja's asking Gaster, who is your favorite child, Sans or Paps?
That is an unequal question. I love all of my creations equally.
Oh, is there more?
No.
Is that why you don't have arms? Did you make more of them?
It's more like they're just all dead.
Oh. Alright. We're wrapping up the questions. I'm sorry we didn't get to everyone. We're kind of stressed for time. We have to go prepare dinner for Thanksgiving. But, do you want to ask one last question? I'll let you pick, Gaster. You can pick the question, I suppose.
Oh, am I picking a question?
Yeah, I think we can do one more if you want to select one from,
Alright then I shall done a nice one. Emily Linate asks Papyrus, can she have a hug?
Yes! I'll give all the hugs out. It's not awkward. Yes, everyone can have hugs. That's a good way to end the questions and answers. So now...
Alright, well, it's been nice to meet you all.
we need to, create a poll for the next Q&A. I'm sorry to keep you, Gaster. I know you're busy.
No, it is all right. It's not as if I have several projects I am working on.
Glad you came here and took time out of your busy schedule.
Anything for a child of mine.
And, I appreciate all the questions from all of the people here. Although some of them were a bit, dark, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to put a link down here for the poll. Feel free to vote for next week's characters to be in the next Q&A. And also, yes, tune in Sunday for game streams the TwoAllNighters will be doing. Feel free to join the Discord and submit your questions so that they can be answered first, as we do. Am I missing anything, Dr. Gaster?
Oh, I don't believe that you are.
Alright, so get your votes in, and maybe I'll see you next week if you want me back, or Gaster.
Ah, yes.
Well, goodbye everyone.